Well, hello, all you yokers. If anyone is out there at all, I'm not sure if anyone will be, because it appears that the internet is just having a real hard day today. So I'm pretty sure we're live. Techie, can you confirm?
I'm checking right now.
It looks like
we're live.
Okay, it says we have 5 viewers. The yokers have arrived. Yep. Thank you, good yokers. Welcome. So, yes, Techie is here, as you can see. Welcome, Techie, back to YokeTalk. It has been some time since we've seen you on YokeTalk.
It has, yeah.
Yeah, I think the first time
to be back.
Was September or August, something like that, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it is good to have you back, the texter. It is good to have you back.
Texter.
Yes, you have many nicknames.
Many names.
I am also a man of many names, isn't it? Isn't it just great?
Indeed.
Yeah, so hopefully the stream will go smoothly, guys. Like I mentioned, the internet is just having issues right now, particularly across the Northeast United States, it seems. So we're streaming to a Twitch streamer in Georgia right now. That helped a lot when I was testing before the stream. So we might drop some frames, might be a little laggy, but rest assured we are recording locally. So even if you can't watch it now live, the YokeTalk podcast will get to you one way or another. So it's going to be great. So apologies for any technical difficulties or stream outages. Apologies for Techie's blurry camera. We can't really do a whole lot about it, but he's recording it separately at home. So we should be able to clear it up nicely for the YouTube
I look
video.
Great on my side.
He looks fantastic. So just imagine that he looks fantastic. Just do some AI sharpening in your mind on his camera. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. All righty. Well, Techie, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself for those who may not know you, maybe didn't catch you the first time that you were on YokeTalk.
So hello, everyone. My name is Techie. I pretty much have this name because I'm super big into tech and production. I've been doing production for 12 years. I am currently a professional video editor and videographer. I work alongside Pastor Susie and some others and help create some awesome YouTube and social media content for them.
Very nice. Very nice. He is a man of many fantastic talents. He does great work. Amazing. I loved the little TikTok YouTube short thing you made yesterday for Susie. It was so funny. So funny.
Yeah, there's already another one. So
at first I was like, where is this going? And then I was like, this is amazing. I never would have thought of something like that, but that's great. Amazing. Good to have you on the YokeTalk once again, Techie. How about you go ahead and run us through our first few topics there? What do we got coming up today?
All right. So Gabe Newell, who, if you guys don't know who he is, he's the co-founder of Valve, which
they make Steam.
Yeah, which makes Steam. He has big plans for a brain-computer interface for gaming. Kind of not surprised that he's thinking about that. Next up, we have Ninja thinks that parents should actually parent their kids.
Amen.
Thank
you, Ninja.
Exactly. And we also have Microsoft is backtracking on the Xbox Live Gold price hike. So they're reverting their ways, going back a patch. And then we have Runescape is now owned by the world's second largest private equity firm, which is quite interesting. And what's the rest of the topics for today, Sarah?
So we've got some more acquisitions. Tencent acquires majority stake in Don't Starve studio, Klei Entertainment. Blizzard absorbs acclaimed Activision studio as a dedicated support team. And in other non-acquisition related news, a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic game is reportedly in development without EA and without BioWare. Fascinating. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, Techie, but I suppose we'll get to it later. All of this and more coming up on today's episode of the YokeTalk. That's not Buzz. Yeah, you're right. It's not.
Nope, it is not.
So good. Yeah, it's like it's in the title, but it's like the last thing, and so it probably gets cut off for most places that show
I
the
see
title.
in full screen. So
Yeah. But yes, Techie is here. So first topic of the day, Gabe Newell has big plans, the biggest plans for brain computer interfaces in gaming. This sounds
so
like
interesting.
science fiction.
It does. It actually does.
It's crazy.
Yeah, this is really bizarre. I'm kind of not surprised that he's thinking about whatsoever.
Why are you not surprised?
Well, it's where things are going. So, I mean, wow, my camera just really bugged.
His camera just like turned orange.
That was really bizarre. All right. So it's not only the internet that's having problems today.
It's everything.
It's everything.
But the YokeTalk prevails.
The YokeTalk prevails. But I'm currently reading Ready Player 2, which is the sequel to my favorite book, Ready Player 1. Oh. Yes, it is a thing. It came out in November. It's super good.
I didn't read the book, but the movie was cool.
But yeah, I'm currently reading Ready Player 2, which there is a movie in development for Ready Player 2.
Cool.
But it actually deals with this brain computer interfaces for gaming.
Cool.
It literally that's like the main topic. So it's kind of interesting to see that that's sort of where we are headed with stuff. And you are completely frozen on my screen.
Nice. Well, we're just going to keep rolling. Don't worry about it.
You're back.
Audio seems to be hanging in there. So, yeah.
So far.
That's really cool. I didn't know there was a Ready Player 2 book and a movie in the making. That's awesome because I really enjoyed the first one. But yeah, so the really interesting thing that I think about this, first of all, is he expects it to be like in like developers' hands as like test kits in 2022.
That's wishful thinking in my opinion.
I mean, apparently they're making like really, really fast progress on this. From what it was saying in the article, he was saying that they're just making progress like all the time. So like they don't want to release anything right now because they're just making so many developments with the technology. So who knows? I mean, it might have been nothing recently, but if it's developing as fast as he says it is, then it could be something soon. I don't know.
Indeed. So, I mean, my thoughts with it are like, you have the couple main things. So like, obviously security and privacy are your big topics. Cause I mean, this is tapped into your brain.
Right, yeah. That's what I wanted to lead this into.
I don't want some random person hacking my brain.
Yeah.
That would not be good. And he actually says in one of his quotes that this could help improve sleep, which is kind of interesting. I don't necessarily know how that would be the case. I feel like this would make sleep worse because you would just want to be gaming all the time. But I don't know. Maybe when you sleep in real life, it helps your character sleep and you get more stamina. I don't know.
Yeah.
They got to figure out something for that.
But yeah, Gabe actually had a few comments on security, like you mentioned, as well. Like he understands the risks involved with basically putting thoughts and things in people's heads is quite a tricky gray area.
Yeah, exactly.
He has a lot of really interesting comments from the article. Mentioned it a little bit earlier. He said that developers would be making a silly mistake if they ignore this technology when it's ready soon. So he really, really believes in this technology. And then he goes on to say our meat peripherals, as he puts it. He called
I love that term.
Our meat peripherals. But he says interfacing directly with a player's brain could open up a lot more possibilities than using our meat peripherals. The real world will seem flat, colorless, and blurry compared to the experiences you'll be able to create in people's brains. That's a tall statement.
Yeah.
That's a tall statement.
It makes sense though. I mean, technically, if you can tap into someone's brain and make them think and imagine and experience anything, like, I mean, think about quarantine. If we had this technology, we could literally like on our phones press play for like a trip to Italy and like experience everything around the world, even just at home during quarantine and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool experience. There's definitely risk involved, but it can be really awesome. Like not even just for gaming specifically, but just again, like the entire world.
Yeah, he thinks it's going to take over like all of the entertainment industry.
Yeah. I mean, your brain controls everything, even like down to what you taste. You can taste something from Gordon Ramsay if you want, or travel the world. As I said earlier, go visit some amazing places that you couldn't visit before because of money or whatever. Speaking of money, I have no idea how much this thing is going to cost to get.
Who knows?
I'm very concerned about the consumer price point. That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
So you're going to go broke, but you'll be able to at least experience everything in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if VR was already really expensive and it's getting a little cheaper now, but
yeah,
I can only imagine how expensive this is going to be.
And you're probably going to need like surgery or something and get it because it needs to tap into certain points. Unless if they just
I don't know. I mean,
figure out some technology.
They had some pictures. I don't know if they were like actual pictures of the technology, but it looked like they were just kind of these like little like things that like sit on your head to
Interesting.
Like, read your brain and talk to your brain, I guess. I don't know.
That is, yeah, I just don't know. It has to look nice too. I need to look nice.
You need it to look nice.
Yep. Because I mean, like a VR headset, yes, it's clunky and stuff like that, but they don't look that bad. I mean, sure, we'll eventually get to the day that they're just like as big as glasses, but right now, I mean, they don't look awful. They've looked much worse in the past. So, but yeah, I think it needs to have a good design with it.
I'm sure they could just put like a shroud over or whatever.
Yeah,
the technical stuff is. So
exactly. So I don't know. This is very interesting.
It's something.
I think they can pull it off, but it's not going to be next year. I wouldn't think.
Who knows?
And it's going to be ridiculously expensive. So that's my thoughts.
Yep, it's crazy. Apparently, Facebook right now, the article mentions, is currently working on similar technology that will allow people to type with their brains. Would you like to type with your brain?
I mean, I'm a pretty fast typer as is, so I'm kind of fine where I am.
All right. Fair.
I don't know how well that would work because I mean, like, even right now with normal like Siri dictation or whatever, like it sucks. So they better make this really good. I mean, obviously, my brain is probably going to give off less typos.
Or maybe more typos, depending on who you are.
Probably more typos. I actually like ramble and mess up all my words all the time. So I think it would maybe be worse.
How do you think it would work? Like, would you have to think the letters? Or could you just think a sentence and then it like knows what
I
the
hope
sentence
it's just
is?
think a sentence.
How like
if I have to think every single letter and punctuation mark and everything, it's just not worth my money.
Like how would it do that though? Like I feel like it would still have to like feed into like a voice or a thought processing thing to decipher your thoughts into text. I don't know. That is beyond me.
Yeah. Plus, I don't want to be like having this thing on and like talking to someone else. So like, say if I was like typing a text, but I was using this thing to type, and then you came up and asked me a quick question, I want to answer you. And then that puts it into my message. Yeah. Like it needs to know the difference between multiple conversations that are going on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that will also take a while to develop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's my concerns with that.
I guess we'll see where it goes. There's definitely a lot to
We
talk
will.
about there. Alrighty, moving on. Our good friend Ninja, who's not really been in any news as of late, but he's oh gosh, this dang website just started playing a video. Stinking autoplay. Thanks, GameSpot.
Hey.
Shouldn't have given them a shout out on the YokeTalk for that. But
Yeah, true. Stupid GameSpot. We don't like you.
GameSpot's probably fine, but please don't autoplay videos. Thanks. But
Thank you.
anyway, Ninja, as we mentioned earlier, thinks parents should parent their kids.
It makes sense.
I've never been a huge fan of Ninja. He's always been an okay guy, but this, I can get behind this.
People always think that like gaming is so bad and everything. And it's just like, well, this is the only experience that your kids are really having. So parents, do your jobs, parent your kids, and then hopefully they'll turn out better.
Yeah.
Unless if you do a poor job, then that's on you.
Yeah, apparently he had an interview with the New York Times recently. So there's been a few articles that have been written based off that interview. And he was asked what could be done to mitigate the oftentimes infantile and inflammatory comments made in Twitch chats and things like that, which inevitably tend to devolve into some form of derogatory or racial slurs. And Ninja's response was that it all comes down to parenting. He said, you want to know who your kid is, listen to him when he's playing video games and when he thinks you're not listening to him. So he has a lot of strong opinions about this. I think they're pretty well warranted. It all comes down to parenting. I mean, that's how you sum it up. I think a lot of parents, unfortunately, just kind of sit their kid in front of the video game and let them do their thing. But in the modern world where the internet is a thing and they can interact with things all over the world and people all over the world, probably good to keep an eye on them.
Mm-hmm.
Probably good to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, it's like for me and everything, like some people my age didn't start gaming until they were like 13, 14, 15 kind of deal. And now you get like 8-year-olds that are just screaming into their microphones, swearing all the time because they got shot in Fortnite. Like it's ridiculous nowadays. So I completely agree with this. I mean, parents just need to watch their kids better. Like especially when they're below 13, I'd say, because 13 is like usually like the age, like that's when you can get on Discord and when you're supposed to have your Twitch account and stuff like that. And so, I mean, like watch them at least until then, whenever they're gaming, like you sit down in the same room. I don't care if you're paying attention to the game or not. You can sit on the couch and read a book while he's gaming. Just like be there in general, because A, you start to notice things, and B, the kid's going to want to act better anyways, because they're going to be like, oh, I'm being watched. I need to watch what I say and everything like that.
Nice
I mean, like,
encouragement.
Yeah. I mean, like, watch what they're seeing on Twitch and everything like that. Like, I don't want my kid to be going over and watching XQC. I'm going to be real. XQC, I mean, he's a good streamer. He's obviously in the position that he's in because he is a good streamer and stuff like that. Good is a relative term. It depends on the level of good. Good in terms of popularity. Let's go with that. Not so good in terms of what he says and what he does on stream and stuff like that. So, I mean, like, even like find good people that kids want to watch and everything like that. Because I mean, like, there's so many streamers on Twitch now. So many. I mean, like, you're gonna be able to find one, or just watch a bunch of YouTube videos. That's what I do a lot. Just watch YouTube videos because you sort of get into that YouTube rabbit hole as is and everything, but you can obviously filter that more easily and stuff. So I don't know. That's what I think.
What do we know? We're not parents.
Ninja. Yeah. We don't know. I'm not a parent.
I do think kids and people who aren't parents but know what it's like to be a kid can have some pretty good thoughts on parenting just based on what they've experienced. But
yeah, I mean, Ninja's not even a parent.
True.
And yet he's the one saying all this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think he's come under some flack in the past for just kind of how how his chat behaves and things like that, especially when he started like getting super big and like a bunch of kids were watching him. I think a lot of people were kind of looking to him to kind of set that example for the young people. But he's always been in the mindset that like it's not his job to do that. And he's right.
Yeah.
It's not his job to teach your kid how to not be toxic. That's your job as a parent. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, a friend that I know, he always says that you're the combination of your 10 closest friends. You yourself and your personality, you're all of your 10 closest friends combined. And what people don't understand nowadays is that 10 closest friends doesn't just mean like people that you hang out at the mall with and everything like that. It means internet personalities too. Everything that everyone's watching on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and YouTube and Twitch and all these platforms, these can be in your group of 10 friends. Some of these influencers and streamers and stuff like that. So it's just watching and learning of sort of having an understanding of what you're watching. Because I mean, like, yes, every now and then I watch Tim the Tatman or Ninja and everything like that. And occasionally they swear and stuff like that. But I also watch people like Susie and Eagle Garrett who don't do that. And sort of you just have a balance of it and also know when enough is enough kind of deal.
Yeah. You have to know how it affects you. And it's going to be different for everyone. You have to know what you're putting in and how it's going to affect you.
Yeah. Pretty much simple answer to all this is just common sense. Good old common sense. We love common sense. It's amazing. Yeah. And a lot of people don't have it, sadly.
It's good.
So
there was another article from Kotaku that wrote on his interview with the New York Times. And it ended with this really, really great idea that I wanted to share because I love this idea. I don't know if you read it, but it ends with, in happier news, Blevins, a self-described idea man, sure has had some ideas. Inspired by his days as a pro gamer who had to drive for 8+ hours at a time, he has devised a new product, okay? So Ninja says, what happens on a long drive? You get cold and it's like, I'm freezing. I'm tired. He said, well, you turn up the heat and you get too hot. Now you're hot or falling asleep. But you also don't want the window down because what if it's freezing out or what if it's super loud with that window down? So it's right here. Little stick on chill strips you put underneath your eyes so you can have the windows up and the heat on. This would be good for truck drivers. Dude, chill strips. End quote. I'm a fan of this idea because I know this struggle. You all know I like to drive. I do long drives often. And I know the struggle because especially when it's cold in the winter and you need the heat on, you want to stay warm. But then when you're warm, at least for me, I know some people get tired when they're cold and not when they're hot. But me, I get tired when I'm hot. So I'm in the car and the heat's on, makes me tired, but I need to stay awake because I'm driving. So then I have to turn the heat off or like the AC on to blow cold air on my face to keep me awake. I want these chill strips. Thoughts?
I will not be purchasing. I love driving as well, but I'm sort of like my dad in the sense that once I start driving, I can stay awake no matter how long.
Have you ever done long distance driving though?
I've done long distance driving.
How long?
Like 5 to 7.5 hours.
Okay, well, once you get past that, it starts getting kind of hard.
I want to do once COVID hopefully starts clearing up some more. I'm doing a full cross country drive. I'm going here to California and back. That's my plan. I have set this since like quarantine started. I'm just like, I need to get out the house eventually and just have a nice long distance drive. So I'm going to really enjoy that time. But yeah, I love driving, and I've had nights that I'm like an hour, 2 hours away from my house and everything like that. And it's like, I am so tired. It's only like 11 o'clock at night, but I am so incredibly tired. But as soon as I get in the car and start driving, I am instantly awake and just fine. So I don't know what it is. That's my science is just built in me. So I don't need no chill strips.
I would like some chill strips. So hopefully one day Ninja funds the development of chill strips, and I can purchase my Ninja branded chill strips.
Yep.
It'll
be sponsored by Adidas.
Sponsored by Adidas. It'll be the first and only Ninja branded product that I purchase, unless he comes up with something else that I very much.
I need to buy hand warmers though. That's what I do need to buy.
I've always thought about that.
Because gaming when you have cold hands is the absolute worst.
It's hard.
People don't quite realize it.
Yeah.
Your aim sucks when you have cold hands.
Yeah.
You are so off. You're so slow. Your aim is so off and incredibly terrible and everything. So I need to buy hand warmers. I need to buy gaming hand warmers. Because there's mornings I just wake up. It's like 68 degrees in my house, which in your house is normal weather, which is unfortunate. And so I want to play some Overwatch, but I have such cold hands. I have to spend 5 minutes trying to warm them up and everything. But I always play with my fan on in my room because all my lights and everything get so hot that I need my fan on, but then my hands are cold. There's no middle ground. It's kind of annoying.
It is. It's rough. But yeah, I definitely agree. People don't really realize how much having cold hands affects their gaming. It totally does. There's a reason why they call it warming up for exercise and sports and stuff. You're not just working yourself into it. You're physically warming up your body so that it can move properly. Because you feel the difference. I know I've definitely experienced that getting into Beat Saber more. The importance of actually warming up with some slower songs before I do the faster songs. It's really, really important. And of course, there hasn't been a Smash tournament since quarantine.
Yeah.
But when Smash tournaments used to be a thing, and I used to be much happier with that, you would see the pro Smash players in between every game. They're warming up their hands with hand warmers or whatever, because you got to keep them warm. And those venues sometimes can be really cold, especially in the winter. It's important. Seriously, guys, cold hands, it affects your gaming. It really does. It's crazy.
If anyone thinks that doesn't affect them, just go take a cold shower. You'll realize it very quickly. If you take a cold shower,
or just run your hands under some cold water.
Yeah, you'll notice all your muscles just tensing up and tightening and everything. If you take a cold shower, there's points that you feel like you're literally sinking into the ground because it feels like your muscles just have more weight to them, and so you're literally sinking. But it's literally just you trying to tense up to keep your body heat in. So there's, you do notice. That's why most normal humans take hot, warm showers. It's because we like it. It's
cold showers are supposed to be good for you, but I just can't do it.
And cold showers are supposed to be good for you. Yes,
I've tried. I can't do it.
Yeah, if I've done a long day of hard work and everything like that, I've done lighting for 10 hours that day, hanging lights in the air and stuff like that. I'm just so tired by need a shower. I'll usually take a cold shower at that point. Because I don't know why, after you've been working out and you're burning hot, sometimes cold showers are jumping into a pool. Obviously, you don't choose ice cold level of shower, but
sure, I've done that
still
before.
Just a normal, cold, subtly warm. It helps.
Yeah, a lukewarm shower, maybe just slightly chilled. Yeah, but those full cold showers, no.
Yep.
No. All right.
Exactly.
But moving on from
we got
all
way
of
off
that,
topic.
That's fine. Off topic is fine as long as it's interesting,
Exactly.
But next up, Microsoft backtracks on the Xbox Live Gold price hike. Now, I actually didn't hear about this until they backtracked it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So apparently they raised the price of Xbox Live Gold. For those of you that are unfamiliar with that, maybe you're not an Xbox player, that is their online subscription that you have to buy in order to play games online.
This is why you play on PC.
They announced that they were going to double the price of Xbox Live Gold. Not even just like increase, but like double it. That's a lot. So it went from $60 a year to $120 a year. And, you know, it's a year, so not horrible. But
it's horrible.
When Nintendo's cost $20 a year and PlayStation's still costs $60 a year, I believe, because I think Xbox and PlayStation have been the same price for years and years and years for their online subscriptions. It doesn't look the best. So they announced that they were going to do that. And then within a week, we're like, we messed up. We're sorry. We're not increasing the price of Xbox Live Gold. Yeah, I think it's a little out of character for them recently, I feel like.
Yeah. I would hate it. Like, I already hate the $60 a month. I've hated the $60 a month. Like, I am someone who has $60 a year. Yes. $60 a month would be actually ridiculous. That's more than Adobe software right there. But yeah, I've hated the $60 a year. I have an Xbox and a PlayStation and a Switch, not bragging. But like, I've had to pay for all of those at the same time at points. I'm paying for all of their live services. So I've been paying like $140 a month at times. I have stopped all those services because I just play on PC now because PC Master Race. I always thought, like, everyone always says like, oh, PC Master Race and everything. And like, as a console player, you don't get it until you actually start playing on PC. Like, it's weird at first, like mouse and keyboard and stuff, but it's so much better.
It's a whole nother world.
Specifically because you just pay for your game and you don't have to pay $60 more a year and everything. Like, I remember finally convincing my parents to let me get rid of the Xbox 360 and buy an Xbox One so that I could play Star Wars Battlefront. They paid for the switching from the 360 to the One. But then I had to pay to get the game, which was a $60 game and a $40 DLC pack that has all 4 DLCs and everything. And then on top of that, also paying for the $60 a year for gold. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I've pretty much paid the amount of the console just in terms of the game that I want, the DLC and gold. So it's kind of ridiculous. I wish they wouldn't even have a price to all of this, but you know what?
Things cost money.
They like to make money.
You know?
Yeah. So
do you remember the days of when EA would have those little online passes in their game boxes?
Yeah.
Those were dark times. It was awful because like I grew up with 2 other brothers and we were all gamers. And so we would get a game and then like we'd have to buy 2 more online passes just so that the other 2 of us could play online with the game that we already bought. Like,
yeah,
it was just silly. But
it is ridiculous. But yeah, I'm glad that they reverted it, went back on their word and went back to $60 because that's like, again, to me, like $60 is your max for that stuff. The fact that you went to 120, like you shouldn't have even done that in the first place. So thank you to everyone that complained and had them revert because you saved so many people. Not me anymore, but you saved a lot of people. So,
and I'm sure those people appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah.
Especially parents that have to pay for that. Mm-hmm. Like parents would be like, hey, little Jimmy, you ain't playing no Xbox anymore. I ain't paying $120 a year for this. That like, that's awful.
Feels bad, Jimmy.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were probably just trying to push people to the Game Pass.
Yeah, probably.
And I think ultimately it just kind of goes to show that any of these big companies are just trying to make money. I mean, at the end of the day, Like Microsoft might be playing buddy buddy with everybody right now because they're not like the biggest console, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, they're just trying to make some money, and we can't
Game
fault
Pass
them
isn't
too
even
much for that.
Yeah, Game Pass isn't even doing that bad anyways.
No, it's doing great, but
yeah, so
I think
don't
that's
know.
just kind of where like the corporate greed comes in, and they're just trying to squeeze it, unfortunately. But
can't wait to see Epic Games Game Pass that they'll probably eventually create or something.
No. Oh no.
They've already made like the Fortnite crew thing that's like the monthly payments to get the Battle Pass and stuff. And yeah, I have a feeling they're probably going to make their own Game Pass because now they have the Epic Games Store and everything, which side note, there was a tweet from EA or something like that that said that because Star Wars Battlefront 2 was on the Epic Games Store, it was 19 million players got Star Wars Battlefront 2 during the
I saw that
free launch.
Crazy.
It's ridiculous. I wish they still supported the game and had people working and developing on it.
Well, supposedly they're working on Battlefront 3 now.
Supposedly. That's going to be a while though, because they want to get Battlefield 6, which the Battlefield whole game series just sort of died after 4. Battlefield 4 was amazing, but 5 sucked.
So good.
So yeah, it's going to be a while till Battlefront 3, unfortunately. I really want it because Battlefront was like my first sort of FPS, and I love Battlefront. That's 2015 and 2017, even the originals. But it's like, it's still going to be a while, sadly, until 3.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, moving on, RuneScape is now owned by the world's second largest private equity firm. This wouldn't be too interesting until I read that apparently RuneScape devs Jagex, this is the third time they've been acquired in 5 years.
My goodness.
Yikes.
RuneScape is just like coasting barely. Like,
I mean, I don't think it necessarily means they're doing bad. I think it more so means that these companies see potential in RuneScape.
I guess.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about here with this topic.
No.
Not really for any of the next few that we're just going to fly through a little bit. But they did mention usually when these kind of things happen, the company that's being acquired comes out and says, nothing's going to change. We're retaining autonomy and we're still going to do our thing, make the game how we want to make it. And sometimes it's true. Usually it's not. But I guess we'll see. Yep. Hey, you're clear now.
I'm clear now?
You're looking sharp, my man.
Hey. We've leveled up.
Have we finally passed the internet apocalypse of January 2021? Have we made it?
Everything's going back down to normal.
We made it through, everyone. Congratulations.
Wow. Weird PogChamps in chat.
Let's go.
I would say normal PogChamp, but they got rid of that, unfortunately. That's a whole nother topic.
Alrighty.
A whole nother topic.
What's the next acquisition we've got here, Tucky?
Tencent acquires majority stake in Don't Starve Studio. How do you pronounce this?
Klei, I think.
Klei Entertainment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have no idea what Klei Entertainment is.
You've never heard of Don't Starve?
Nope.
No? So they made Mark of the Ninja, Don't Starve, Oxygen Not Included, and Griftlands, which I actually haven't heard of Griftlands.
I haven't heard of any single one of those.
Really?
Nope.
Well, Don't Starve is pretty good. It's like a top-down survival game. Honestly, kind of like top-down PvE Rust. A little bit.
Top-down PvE Rust.
Not a ton, but kind of.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a good game. Good game. And then there's Don't Starve Together, which is multiplayer.
That's a great name.
It is, isn't it? But yes, so they've been acquired by Tencent, which, if I'm not mistaken, they also own Epic Games.
Tencent owns Riot.
And Riot, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if they own Epic.
They have article mentions it. They have a 40% stake in Epic Games.
Okay.
They also have smaller stakes in Activision, Ubisoft, Paradox Interactive, Frontier Developments, Funcom, Fat Shark. I don't know what the heck Fat Shark is.
Fat Shark.
And many others.
Which is unfortunate. Like, I love all those companies.
Tencent just owns everything.
Yeah, Tencent just owns literally everything. I don't know why.
It's ridiculous.
It is quite interesting.
But apparently they saw some value in Klei Entertainment for their indie game developments. So that's interesting. We'll see where that goes. I have no idea. Everybody's just getting acquired. Everyone. Blizzard, they absorbed an acclaimed Activision studio as a dedicated support team. Why?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Apparently, Blizzard doesn't really acquire studios too often. But they did acquire this one. I forget which one or what game they had worked on. Do you remember seeing it?
Well, the studio that they got is Vicarious Visions. That's the name of it. I guess we got to check what games. Oh, they did the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yes.
That was their
remaster.
The remaster. That was their major game. Mm-hmm. They've also worked on Destiny 2, Crash Bandicoot games, Skylanders, Guitar Hero, and even a Marvel game. So
interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes.
And now they're supporting Blizzard. So
Blizzard has been taking some turns recently. So now they're turning to absorb this studio. And we'll see how that does for them. Who knows?
Hopefully they just help out with Overwatch 2 so I can get it sooner.
Maybe.
That's all I need.
Yeah, there really hasn't been a whole lot of word on that, has there?
Word is coming in February at BlizzCon Online, and I think it's going to be released by April because that's when the Overwatch League next season starts. And I believe they're playing the new season on Overwatch 2 because it has the new one of the new core game modes push, I believe. So I think it's coming out by April.
Cool. There's your prediction.
We'll have news in February, which probably at February in BlizzCon Online, they'll announce a date. So yay.
Cool.
We're almost there.
Alrighty. Well, last gaming news topic of the day. A Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic game is reportedly in development without EA and without BioWare. Techie, do you have any thoughts on this?
Not surprised by them not choosing EA. Everyone could probably see that coming. EA is good.
They've been better recently.
But they've been better. After the whole loot box thing, they got better.
They kind of woke up a little bit.
Started working on Battlefront 2 more, getting us some good content. But they just crash at the beginning of every game release, I feel like.
Squadrons
they
was
sort
good.
of, Jedi
Fallen Order was good.
Know. Jedi Fallen Order was good. I actually still have not played that.
So good. It's basically Dark Souls, but Star Wars.
Yeah. I've watched the campaign fully and everything like that. I've practically played the game without playing it. So I just, when it came out, I didn't want to spend $60.
It really makes you feel like a cool Jedi. So
I love the mods that people have made for it as well.
I haven't seen any mods. Interesting.
So it is some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Knights of the Old Republic, very popular game.
Did you ever play it?
I did not play it. Okay. But I watched a lot of it. But yeah, popular game and everything. Great storylines behind it, behind the game. And so I don't know. I will happily take another one. So
it's been a long time since the second one. So yeah, people are pretty hyped about it.
I'm curious who is going to be developing it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just going to be like a Lucasfilm or doing their own thing, or are they going to cycle it out? Can we have Blizzard work on it? I would happily take them. Blizzard, maybe Activision. I just want another FPS Star Wars game, to be honest. Just give me a Battlefront 3, but don't make it by EA.
I want a Republic Commando. A new one. That would be
good.
sick.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Republic Commando PC port is not the greatest.
Yeah.
But that game was sick.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I need to play some more Squadrons because I like my flying games. So I need to play more Squadrons. But Battlefront, it has such a place in my heart. I love the game so much. So I just need another FPS game. I need another FPS Star Wars. It is, or just continue development on Battlefront 2 now that you have 19 million new players. Like that's a ton of new players. I want them to just get going on it again, which is unfortunate because even if they like restart development on it and continue making new content, it's still going to be months before we get anything new, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So at this point, it's probably best just to go with the Battlefront 3, but I know it's going to be a while before that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm just looking for my good old Lego Star Wars game coming out soon. I don't know if they've announced a date for that yet.
I don't think so. I think it's this year, but
it's this year. It was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be announced last year in August for like an official date, but then it got pushed because, COVID. So, but yeah, it just says release 2021. So, but I'm very excited for that. They keep announcing like how many planets and characters they have. They have like over 300 characters and 28 planets, and it's just going to be awesome. I'm going to have such a good time.
It's going to be great.
Like Star Wars also has a very big spot in my heart. So I love that thing.
Really, really good.
But yeah. Knights of the Old Republic, it'll be cool. I'm just curious who they're going to go with for development.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if it'll be like as successful as the old ones, especially since they're not going with the same people. Because BioWare was really loved back in the day for Knights of the Old Republic 1. But then they made Dragon Age 2, I believe. Which played pretty similarly to Knights of the Old Republic. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. Let me double check that.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. Dragon Age.
Who do you think they would go with?
I don't know.
If they can't do EA or BioWare, who do you think they would choose? BioWare. Which studio?
Yeah. So BioWare was super loved back in the day. Because of games like Dragon Age and Knights of the Old Republic. But then EA had them go on to make Anthem, which was very different.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very different. And you could see the BioWare DNA in Anthem.
But it wasn't interesting.
Built for, like, BioWare wasn't built to make a game like Anthem. Like, that's not their thing.
No.
So
Anthem just crashed and burned like a week after it came out and stuff.
Did they make Mass Effect 2?
I don't even think it was like a week. I think it was literally like 2 days later. It just crashed and burns. Like Anthem.
Okay, they made Mass Effect 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So huge games that everybody loved. But then again, they made Andromeda, which did not have the greatest reception as well among fans. So could they probably make a new game that was like the old ones? Yeah. But I think EA has just kind of thought that nobody wants that. And so they've moved them on to other things. But like you said, I don't know what studio or developer would be fit to do that. So
yeah,
I guess we'll see.
Part of me just wants like Lucasfilm to head it up. Because like Lucasfilm, like there's a ton of people at Lucasfilm that understand story and storylines very well. And Knights of the Old Republic is a very storyline heavy game. I mean, they created like all the crazy cinematics and stuff like that everyone loves. So, I mean, you need a studio that understands the story and the story of Star Wars and everything. So, I mean, just have Lucasfilm head it, but have another company like working with them to help create the mechanics and everything. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. I'm excited for all the new Star Wars games that we'll be seeing with the new kind of oversight from Lucasfilm Games.
Yeah.
Should be good to have games other than EA make Star Wars games, even though EA had been a lot better recently. Still be good to see other studios and companies have their hand in making Star Wars games.
Battlefront 2015 they did great with. So everyone loved Battlefront 2015. That was an awesome game.
That was the first new Battlefront, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it.
That was my favorite. I prefer that over the 2017 one, personally.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
The 2017 one, like, yes, it has a lot more content, but like, I like the mechanics of the 2015 one.
Huh.
They have like the certain loadouts and stuff, and everyone can have the jump packs and things of that nature. There was a good meta until you get into the terrible Bespin meta of the EE4 with explosive shot. That was awful. I hated that meta so much. But you had the metas. All the maps were fantastic. All the DLC maps were fantastic. Yeah, the DLC game modes, like the whole trench run. Like they have Death Star in Battlefront 2, which looks amazing because of the graphics and everything, but they don't have the trench run. And I'm just like, how dare you? So I wish they would bring some of the game modes and the maps from the 2015 into the 2017, but sadly there's no more development. And I mean the heroes. You got like Ninub and Dengar as well in the 2015, and it's amazing. I love it more, in my personal opinion.
It's fascinating, because I think a lot of people would disagree with you, but that's okay.
Very true.
Fascinating. Cool. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, that's pretty much all the topics that we had for today. So we got a little bit of time to just chill, talk about what we've been playing or whatever else we want to talk about. Techie, I wanted to ask you, what is it like to run a Rust server?
It's good. There's a lot of things to deal with in the community. Every day it's just constant messages and stuff. So it's my role that I want to get into is more of just the server designer and developer, that I'm creating the maps and the cool features and stuff, but I'm not handling a lot of the community stuff. And I have people that take care of that, like an actual admin and mod team.
Yeah.
And so that's the point that we're headed, which is good because it helps me, especially with my various jobs I have. I don't have all the time in the world to be able to handle the stuff, but it's fun. It's fun to create all these cool features and maps and everything and really invent something cool. It's like I get to be a game developer on a game that's already done, which is just, it helps me so much because that means like I don't have to code or program anything. I just sort of like take pieces from this and collab it with that and all these things. So it's a ton of fun. That's why I love like modding on the Battlefront games and everything. I was very big into the modding community. And so I love that stuff. And it's just because like you get to create cool skins and cool items and weapons and different mechanics and stuff, but you aren't programming an entire game from scratch, which saves you so much time. So I personally love it.
Yeah.
So.
Rust has been a lot of fun. For those of you that don't know, Techie is the one that set up and manages our positive community Rust server that we've all been playing on. It's been a lot of fun for the community. And Techie did a ton of work getting that set up and maintaining it and laying the groundwork for the future of the server, which is really stinking cool. By the way, he's told me some of his ideas. They're really stinking cool, guys.
A lot of people don't know what's about to hit them, and it's just so amazing.
Is there any tease you could give us here on the YokeTalk for what people could expect? Even if it's something little.
Let me think real quick.
Let's see. We might get a first heard here on the YokeTalk, friends. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Don't want to pressure you too much. But
on the new map that's going to be released with season 1. There are some hidden things deep in the shadows.
Oh,
that's my tease.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like it a lot. Cool. So you guys have that to look forward to once we get the new map on our Rust server. It's going to be great. Anything else you've been up to other than Rust server management? What have you been playing recently?
Playing Rust. Rust. I need to play some Overwatch soon. There's a event that started like 2 weeks ago for one of the new Hanzo skins.
Okay.
And I haven't played and completed the challenge yet.
Gotta get your
I gotta
Hanzo
get like
skin, man.
9 wins to get the skin. And I think it ends in like 3 hours. So
well, what am I doing keeping you here?
Don't know if I'm gonna get that skin or not.
Oh, no.
Luckily, like the skin it'll come back because during the anniversary event, which is in like June or July or something like that, then all the skins that I've ever released like are re-released and you can get them for credits and stuff. So my whole system is pretty much between events. I just grind for credits and loot boxes and stuff. So then when the event starts, like the winter event or the anniversary or Halloween or whatever, I have a bunch of credits and things already set so that I can just get these skins and items and everything. I've recently like gone through and like spent like 3,500 credits just buying sprays because I hate getting sprays in loot boxes because I don't use them ever. But there's so many sprays. So I've gone through and I've bought all the sprays that I still need to unlock so that in loot boxes, I can just get skins and cool things that I actually want. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm trying to just grind it because like once you get a duplicate in a loot box, then you get credits instead.
Yeah, I always like that.
So as I start to unlock more stuff, I'll start to get more duplicates, which is nice because then I can get credits even faster. So that when those events happen, I can get all the cool new skins. But the anniversary one is like the big one. That's like what you grind towards because every skin, no matter if it's from the winter event or the Halloween event, just every skin is just available and you can purchase them all. So that's my main grind. So I don't know if I'm going to get this skin or if I'll have to wait for the anniversary. We'll see.
Sunday, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. See if you can get on that grind. But yeah, I always loved the way that Overwatch did its loot boxes. I think it's probably one of the best loot box implementations we've seen in gaming. Because they never required keys or anything. And you just get one every single level up. Like you don't even have to buy them. You just get them.
Every level up and then 3 for every 9 wins in the arcade mode. Yeah. That's why I play a lot of Mystery Heroes.
More ways to earn them. And then like you were mentioning, you get credits for when you get duplicates of something you already have. And then you can use those credits to buy something you actually want. So
exactly.
Is it a perfect system? No. I'd probably rather they just let you buy the skins with currency you earned by playing the game, but it's kind of the same thing, just like disguised as loot boxes. So can't be too mad.
Exactly. So I'm excited for Overwatch 2 and all the skins they'll release with that. Because that means I get to buy even more skins. And they're going to be awesome. And we got new heroes. So even more skins. It's going to be great.
That would be really interesting. Because I don't think any game has ever done a sequel quite like they're doing with Overwatch, where it like integrates with the first game.
With the first one, yeah. It's going to be really interesting. So my only hope is that the price is good. I don't think it's going to be a $60 game.
Well, the first one was $40. So
yeah, I think it should be like 20 or 30 because like all the multiplayer stuff, all the new skins and everything like that, all the new heroes, you'll be able to get on the first Overwatch. Mm-hmm. The only real difference is that Overwatch 2 gives you better graphics because it's built on different engine and stuff like that. I don't know if it's different engine or just improved engine.
I'd be surprised.
But the graphics are supposed to be like extremely better.
Oh, wow.
And then you get the campaign, you get all the PvE stuff. Mm-hmm. So other than that, there's nothing really different. So I think it should be like a $20, $30 game, to be honest. I don't know. Is they're going to get the full 40. They'll get my money anyways. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah.
Gotcha.
That's fine.
Maybe there would be a discount for people who already own Overwatch.
That'd be nice.
Who knows?
That'd be really nice. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All righty. Well, as for me, I've been playing pretty much of the same. Rust, lots of Rust. Also, Age of Calamity, still working through that. It's really, really good. I've been enjoying it more and more. It's really interesting because it's like this weird mix between like Dynasty Warriors and Dark Souls and like Zelda. It's fun. You know?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's just it feels like a button masher, but it's also more than that. So it's just a lot of fun. So still on the Beat Saber grind.
Beat
as
Saber.
well. Getting better and better every day.
Me too.
Every time I try. I don't think I'm getting sore anymore. I think I'm past the feeling sore.
It leaves you after a while.
Because I played for like 30, 40 minutes yesterday. And I played the day before that for like an hour, I think. And like I haven't felt sore at all. So I think I'm past the soreness, which is awesome.
It's nice. It's so nice. Because then you can actually just like improve now. Like, so yeah, once the soreness leaves you, it's amazing. Yeah. I got my new headset.
Oh, did you? You got the Quest 2?
I got the Quest 2.
Nice.
It's sitting right over there. It's off camera. Seraph may be able to see it. But yeah, I got the Quest 2, which is amazing. Ooh. Just being able to play without like cables or anything like that. Because I mean, my Rift that I used to have, like, it took 7 cables to be able to make that thing run. And it took up 5 different USB ports on my computer.
5?
This takes up max 1 USB-C port on my PC. And that's it. Jeez. Max. Otherwise, I can just play it wirelessly, which is so nice. And I get all my mods and everything like that, which, by the way, you need to check out the Beat Saber Cinema mod. It's awesome.
What is that?
You can put music videos and lyric videos in the game. It is so cool. It's just the experience. Some games have you like move to the choreography of the song and such. So it sort of does that. I'll send you the showcase of the cinema.
Okay.
But it's really, really cool. So I really love that mod. I need to get the multiplayer mod still so that we can actually play. Mm-hmm. I should probably do that like today or something like that while I have the time. But yeah, Beat Saber is so great. The Quest feels so good. Nice. The responsiveness is like better than the Rift in some cases. The whole being able to like double tap the headset and like see through to the real world. That's awesome.
Cool.
Because it can get my cup of water on my desk without having to take my headset off. Double the resolution is phenomenal. I immediately noticed it as soon as I put it on. So yeah, double the resolution is great. I can wear my own headphones because it has a headphone jack.
You should just like bring it on Saturday.
I should.
Because you can do that with the Quest.
I can do that with the Quest. I
just want to see the resolution difference. Like,
yeah. Oh cool. Yeah. I should completely bring it on Saturday because then like pretty much everyone can play. I can just load up Beat Saber with all the custom songs and people can just play. Like portability is
pretty
amazing.
Nice. Pretty nice.
It's amazing. I don't even have like the case for it yet. I'm going to get that soon. But like even the box that came in is so small. Like it's literally like just a headset and the controllers and that's it. So. Like that is literally it. And it's amazing. So I'm loving it.
Nice.
I'm loving it. Cool, the responsiveness is so good. Awesome. So there's the demo video. I sent it to you. You're welcome.
Awesome. I will check that out. But friends, Yokers, we're a little over time. That's all right. We usually go over a few minutes. Yeah. But I think that is going to wrap it up for us today. Techie, do you have any final statements there for all the Yokers to hear?
Final statements. Everyone, please get Overwatch and play with me. Everyone join the Rust server because cool things are coming, and everyone play Beat Saber.
Amen.
That's about it.
Sounds good. All right. Well, Techie, thank you so much for joining us again on the YokeTalk. Always good to have you here. We'll have to have you back sometime once again. Mm-hmm. All righty. But to all you Yokers out there, thank you for bearing with us today through the technical difficulties. It seems we are past the great internet apocalypse of January 2021. So we made it, guys. Good job.
GG's.
What?
GG's.
GG, internet apocalypse. But hope you all have a fantastic week, and we see you right back here for the YokeTalk next week. Take care, everybody.